Battle for Earth Humans vs. Aliens and Animals Chapter 1 The Invasion in the year 2130, Earth was a peaceful planet where humans and animals coexisted harmoniously. This tranquility was abruptly shattered one fateful night. It began as a series of strange lights in the sky, shimmering like an aurora borealis, but with unnatural precision. These lights were the harbingers of doom, heralding the arrival of the xenotrons, a ruthless alien species known for conquering planets and enslaving their inhabitants. The invasion started with a sudden, deafening silence. All communication networks were jammed, and the power grids in major cities across the globe went dark. Panic ensued as people stumbled through the darkness, their fear growing with each passing second. Then came the sound, a low, vibrating hum that grew louder, causing buildings to tremble and windows to shatter. Massive alien ships, sleek and metallic, descended from the sky, their surfaces bristling with weapons. The largest ship hovered over New York City, casting a shadow that blotted out the moon and stars. Smaller vessels fanned out, targeting strategic locations around the globe. Within hours, the xenotrons began their assault. Their technology was far superior to anything humanity had ever seen. Energy weapons disintegrated buildings, and robotic soldiers marched through the streets, capturing anyone in their path. The world's militaries scrambled to respond, but their conventional weapons were almost useless against the advanced alien armor and force fields. In the midst of this chaos, a young woman named Emily ran through the streets of Los Angeles. She was an environmental scientist, and her knowledge of the natural world would soon become invaluable. As she dodged falling debris and evaded alien patrols, she couldn't help but think about her brother, a soldier stationed in New York. She prayed he was safe. Meanwhile, in the subterranean headquarters of the Global Defense Coalition (GDC), leaders from around the world were in an emergency meeting. The GDC had been formed years ago to address global threats, but nothing had prepared them for this. General Amanda Steele, a decorated military strategist known for her fearless leadership, stood at the helm. "We are facing an unprecedented threat," General Steele addressed the room, her voice steady and commanding. "But we are not powerless. We need to unite, and we need to fight back with everything we have." She quickly devised a plan to form a global resistance, calling on every able-bodied person to join the fight. Special teams were assembled to gather intelligence, sabotage alien operations, and protect critical infrastructure. But Steele knew that conventional warfare alone wouldn't be enough to defeat the xenotrons. As the battle raged on, humans began to realize the full extent of the alien threat. The xenotrons were not only attacking cities but also targeting natural resources, devastating forests, oceans, and wildlife. It was clear they intended to strip Earth of its resources and leave it barren. In a desperate move, General Steele sought the help of Earth's animals. She had always believed in the untapped potential of nature, and now it was time to test that belief. Scientists at the GDC had developed a device called the communicator, which could translate animal thoughts into human language. Steele ordered its immediate deployment. To her amazement, the animals responded. From the depths of the oceans, mighty whales and dolphins rose to aid humanity. In the forests, wolves, bears, and big cats joined the fight. Birds of prey soared through the skies, ready to defend their home. This unprecedented alliance brought a glimmer of hope to the embattled humans. Emily, now a key member of the resistance, used her knowledge to help coordinate efforts with the animals. She discovered that the aliens were vulnerable to certain natural elements, information that proved crucial in planning counterattacks. As the first chapter of the invasion drew to a close, humanity stood on the brink of extinction. But with the newfound alliance between humans and animals, there was a fighting chance. General Steele's leadership and the bravery of countless individuals like Emily would be tested to the limit as they prepared for the battles to come. The fate of Earth hung in the balance, and the stage was set for an epic struggle that would determine the future of the planet and all its inhabitants. Chapter 2, The Alliance in the Wake of the Initial Invasion. The world was a landscape of chaos and destruction. Cities lay in ruins, their towering skyscrapers reduced to rubble. The once bustling streets were eerily silent, broken only by the occasional alien patrol or the distant cries of survivors. Humanity was on the brink of despair, but amidst the devastation, a new hope began to emerge. General Amanda Steele, now the de facto leader of the global resistance, knew that conventional warfare would not be enough to defeat the xenotrons. The aliens' technology was too advanced, their weapons too powerful. She needed an edge, something the xenotrons wouldn't expect. That edge came in the form of Earth's animals. The communicator, a device that could translate animal thoughts into human language, was deployed worldwide. Steele reached out to the leaders of various animal communities, explaining the dire situation and seeking their assistance. The animals, understanding the gravity of the threat, agreed to join forces with humanity. In the dense forests of the Amazon, Emily worked tirelessly to establish communication with the animal leaders. She was accompanied by Dr. Leo Martinez, a brilliant scientist who had helped develop the communicator. Together, they managed to build a rapport with a diverse group of animals including jaguars, monkeys, and an ancient, wise anaconda named Kyla. "Why should we trust you?" Kyla hissed, her emerald eyes gleaming with suspicion. "Humans have done nothing but harm our world." Emily took a deep breath. "You're right, Kayla. Humans have made many mistakes. But now we face a common enemy. The Xenotrons will destroy everything: your homes, your families, your future. We need each other to survive." Kayla studied Emily for a long moment before nodding slowly. "Very well, human. We will fight with you. But remember, this alliance is built on trust. Betray us and we will not forgive." With the animals' agreement, Emily and Dr. Martinez began training the resistance fighters to work alongside their new allies. Soldiers learned to coordinate with wolves and tigers, while engineers developed special harnesses for birds of prey, allowing them to carry small bombs and surveillance equipment. Dolphins and whales patrolled the oceans, intercepting alien ships and providing early warnings of attacks. In Africa, a similar alliance was forged. Elephants, known for their intelligence and strength, became key members of the resistance. Led by a matriarch named Nala, they used their massive size to transport supplies and crush alien robots. The great apes, with their dexterity and agility, infiltrated enemy bases, gathering crucial intelligence. General Steele, overseeing these efforts from the GDC headquarters, marveled at the progress. She knew that this unprecedented cooperation between humans and animals was their best chance at survival. Meanwhile, the Xenotrons, realizing that their initial assault had not completely broken humanity, intensified their efforts. They began deploying more advanced weapons and genetically modified beasts, monstrous creatures that were part machine, part animal. These cyber beasts were formidable opponents, designed to counter the strengths of Earth's animals. The first major clash between the Allied forces and the Xenotron cyber beasts occurred in the Sahara Desert. The aliens had set up a massive base there, using it as a staging ground for their operations in Africa and Europe. General Steele ordered an all-out assault to take it down. Leading the charge was Captain James "Jim" Harland, a decorated soldier known for his courage and quick thinking. Alongside him were a pack of wolves, led by a fierce alpha named Luna, and a pride of lions, their golden manes glinting in the desert sun. The battle was fierce and chaotic, with dust and sand obscuring vision, and the screams of combatants filling the air. The cyber beasts, with their metallic exoskeletons and razor-sharp claws, tore through the ranks of the resistance, but the humans and animals fought back with equal ferocity. Luna, using her speed and cunning, managed to outmaneuver a cyber beast, leading it into a trap where Jim and his team neutralized it with explosives. As the battle raged on, it became clear that the alliance was more than just a tactical advantage, it was a symbol of hope. Humans and animals fought side by side, their bond strengthening with every skirmish. They learned to anticipate each other's moves, to communicate with glances and gestures, creating a seamless fighting force that the Xenotrons struggled to counter. The turning point came when Emily, coordinating efforts from a mobile command center, discovered a critical weakness in the Xenotron technology. She noticed that their energy shields fluctuated in response to certain frequencies. Dr. Martinez quickly devised a plan to exploit this vulnerability, using the communicator to emit a disruptive signal. As the signal was broadcast across the battlefield, the Xenotron's shields flickered and failed. The resistance seized the opportunity, launching a coordinated attack that overwhelmed the alien forces. The base in the Sahara was destroyed, and the victory boosted morale across the globe. News of the successful alliance and the critical victory spread like wildfire. People everywhere found renewed strength and determination. The animals, once skeptical, now fully embraced their role in the fight. General Steele's vision of a united front was becoming a reality. But the war was far from over. The Xenotrons were relentless, and their retaliation would be swift and brutal. The alliance had won a battle, but the true test of their strength and unity was yet to come. As they prepared for the next phase of the conflict, the humans and animals knew that their greatest challenges still lay ahead. Chapter 3: The first battle. The sun rose over the Amazon rainforest, casting a golden glow on the dense foliage. This serene beauty was deceiving, for beneath the canopy, preparations were underway for a battle that would determine the fate of the planet. The Xenotrons had established a stronghold deep within the forest, using it as a base to launch attacks across South America. General Amanda Steele, now stationed in a hidden command center within the forest, coordinated with resistance forces worldwide. Emily and Dr. Leo Martinez were by her side, their faces reflecting a mix of determination and anxiety. The alliance between humans and animals had shown promise, but the true test of their cooperation was about to begin. Our intelligence reports confirm that the Xenotrons are using the Amazon base to control their operations in this region. General Steele briefed her team. We need to take it down. This won't be easy, but we have the element of surprise on our side. Captain Jim Harland, who had proven his leadership in the Sahara, led the assault team. Alongside him were elite soldiers and a diverse group of animals, each trained for specific roles in the battle. Luna the wolf and Nala, the elephant matriarch, were key leaders of the animal contingent. As the team moved through the dense underbrush, the communicator kept them connected. Emily from the command center monitored their progress and provided real-time updates. The plan was to launch a multi-pronged attack, hitting the Xenotron base from multiple directions to confuse and overwhelm the enemy. The first sign of trouble came when they encountered a patrol of Xenotron drones. These mechanical sentinels hovered silently, scanning the forest with laser beams. Using hand signals, Jim directed Luna and her pack to flank the drones. The wolves moved with silent precision, slipping through the shadows. When the signal was given, they attacked with ferocity, their speed and agility too much for the drones to counter. With the patrol neutralized, the team advanced. They soon reached the outer perimeter of the Xenotron base. The alien structure was a massive, metallic fortress, its walls shimmering with an eerie blue light. Towers and automated turrets dotted the landscape, making a direct assault nearly impossible. Emily's voice crackled over the communicator. Jim, we've identified weak points in their defenses. Target the power nodes to disable the turrets. Nodding, Jim relayed the instructions to his team. The animals played a crucial role in this phase of the operation. Eagles and hawks, fitted with small EMP devices, soared into the sky, diving toward the power nodes. Their attacks were swift and precise, causing the nodes to spark and short-circuit. As the turrets powered down, the ground forces moved in. The battle quickly escalated. The Xenotrons, realizing they were under attack, deployed their robotic soldiers and cyber beasts. The air was filled with the sounds of energy blasts and roaring animals. Nala and her herd charged through the enemy lines, their massive bodies trampling anything in their path. Tigers and lions leaped onto the cyber beasts, using their powerful jaws and claws to tear through the metal. Amidst the chaos, Jim and Luna led a strike team to infiltrate the fortress. They moved through the corridors, encountering fierce resistance. The Xenotron soldiers, though powerful, were unprepared for the coordinated tactics of the human-animal alliance. Jim's team used a combination of guerrilla warfare and direct assaults to push deeper into the base. In the central control room, they faced the Xenotron commander, a towering figure encased in advanced armor. The commander's voice boomed through the chamber. "Foolish humans and your primitive allies, you cannot defeat us." Jim stepped forward, his eyes steely with resolve. "We'll see about that." The ensuing fight was brutal. The commander's strength was overwhelming, but Jim and Luna fought with relentless determination. Luna's agility allowed her to dodge the commander's powerful strikes, while Jim used his combat training to exploit openings in the alien's defenses. In a critical moment, Luna pounced on the commander, her jaws clamping onto his arm, creating an opening for Jim to deliver a decisive blow with an energy weapon. With the commander defeated, the team quickly disabled the control systems. The fortress began to collapse, its power sources overloaded. Jim and his team made a swift exit, regrouping with the rest of the forces outside. The destruction of the Xenotron base was a significant victory. It dealt a severe blow to the aliens' operations in South America and boosted the morale of the resistance. As they retreated into the depths of the rainforest, the humans and animals celebrated their hard-fought success. General Steele addressed the world in a broadcast from the command center. "Today we proved that unity and courage can overcome even the greatest of threats. This victory is just the beginning. Together we will reclaim our planet." The battle had strengthened the bond between humans and animals. They had learned to trust and rely on each other, forming a formidable alliance. But they knew the war was far from over. The Xenotrons would not be deterred so easily, and more challenges lay ahead. As the resistance prepared for the next phase, they were more determined than ever to protect their home and secure a future for all inhabitants of Earth. The stage was set for the next chapter in the epic struggle for survival, and the Alliance stood ready to face whatever challenges came their way. Chapter 4: The counterattack. The success of the Amazon mission sent ripples of hope across the globe. The alliance between humans and animals had proven effective, and morale was at an all-time high. However, General Amanda Steele knew that the Xenotrons would not take this defeat lightly. They would regroup and strike back with even greater force. In the days following the Amazon victory, intelligence reports indicated that the Xenotrons were amassing their forces for a major offensive. Their primary target was identified as New York City, where the largest concentration of resistance fighters and strategic resources were located. The Xenotrons planned to strike at the heart of the human resistance, hoping to cripple their operations once and for all. General Steele convened a high-level meeting with key leaders of the resistance. Among them were Captain Jim Harland, Emily, Dr. Leo Martinez, and representatives from the animal allies, including Luna the wolf and Nala the elephant matriarch. "We can't wait for them to attack us," Steele declared, her voice resolute. "We need to take the fight to them. Our best chance is to launch a preemptive strike on their mothership." The plan was audacious and risky. The Xenotron mothership, a colossal fortress in the sky, hovered ominously above New York City, its shadow stretching across the landscape. Taking it down would require a coordinated effort of unprecedented scale. The resistance forces would need to infiltrate the ship, disable its defenses, and destroy its core. As preparations began, the atmosphere was a mix of determination and tension. Soldiers and animals trained side by side, honing their skills and forging deeper bonds of trust. Dr. Martinez worked tirelessly to enhance the communicator, ensuring seamless coordination between humans and animals during the assault. On the eve of the mission, Captain Jim Harland gathered his team for a final briefing. "This is it, folks. The fight of our lives. We hit them hard, we hit them fast, and we don't stop until that ship is nothing but scrap metal." Luna, standing beside Jim, let out a low growl of agreement. The animals were ready, their instincts sharpened for the battle ahead. The assault began at dawn. The resistance forces moved through the city, using underground tunnels and hidden routes to avoid detection. The Xenotrons had fortified their positions, but the element of surprise was on the side of the Alliance. As they approached the mothership, the sky above them filled with the sound of alien engines and the glow of energy weapons. The first wave of resistance fighters, led by Jim and Luna, engaged the outer defenses. They faced heavy resistance, but the coordinated tactics of humans and animals allowed them to break through. Elephants charged at alien soldiers, using their immense strength to crush and trample. Birds of prey swooped down, targeting critical components of the alien machinery. Meanwhile, a second team, including Emily and Dr. Martinez, focused on disabling the ship's defense systems. They had identified key control nodes located in the lower levels of the mothership. Using a combination of hacking skills and brute force, they managed to disrupt the alien security networks, creating openings for the main assault force. As the battle raged on the ground, a group of specially trained dolphins and whales launched an attack from the water. They had been equipped with advanced torpedoes designed to penetrate the hull of the mothership. Coordinating their movements with remarkable precision, they struck the ship's underside, causing massive explosions and destabilizing its structure. Inside the mothership, Jim and Luna led their team through a series of corridors and chambers, each more heavily guarded than the last. The air was filled with the sounds of gunfire, alien roars, and the howls of wolves. The resistance fighters moved with purpose, knowing that every second counted. Reaching the central core of the ship, they encountered the Xenotron commander, a formidable foe clad in advanced battle armor. The commander's voice echoed through the chamber. "Your efforts are futile, humans. This planet will be ours." Jim stepped forward, determination etched on his face. "Not if we have anything to say about it." The final confrontation was intense. The commander's energy weapons and strength made him a deadly opponent, but Jim and Luna fought with unrelenting ferocity. Luna's agility allowed her to dodge the commander's attacks, while Jim used his combat training to exploit weaknesses in the alien's armor. At a critical moment, Luna pounced on the commander, her powerful jaws locking onto his arm. Jim seized the opportunity, using an energy weapon to deliver a devastating blow to the commander's chest. The alien staggered, and with one final strike, Jim brought him down. With the commander defeated, the team quickly set charges around the central core. The countdown began, and they raced to escape the ship before the explosives detonated. As they emerged from the mothership, the sky lit up with a series of brilliant explosions. The colossal fortress began to collapse, its systems failing one by one. The destruction of the Xenotron mothership marked a turning point in the war. The alien forces, now leaderless and disoriented, began to retreat. The Resistance had won a significant victory, but they knew the fight was not over. The Xenotrons would regroup, and new challenges would arise. General Steele addressed the world from the ruins of the alien ship. Today we struck a blow for freedom. We proved that together we are stronger than any enemy. The road ahead is long, but we will continue to fight for our planet, for our future. The alliance between humans and animals had proven to be a powerful force. Their unity and courage had turned the tide of battle, and they were ready to face whatever came next. The struggle for Earth's survival continued, but with each victory, hope grew stronger. As the Resistance prepared for the next phase, they knew that they were not just fighting for survival, but for a future where humans and animals could coexist in peace and harmony. The Battle for Earth Humans vs. Aliens and Animals Chapter 5. The turning point. The victory over the Xenotron mothership had sent shockwaves through the alien ranks. The Human-Animal Alliance, now celebrated as heroes, gained unprecedented support from survivors worldwide. With newfound hope, General Amanda Steele and her team began strategizing their next moves, but they knew the Xenotrons would retaliate with even greater force. Meanwhile, Emily and Dr. Leo Martinez worked on analyzing the data they had retrieved from the mothership's core. Among the schematics and alien technologies, they discovered disturbing information about the Xenotrons' plans. The aliens had been experimenting with genetic modifications, creating hybrid beasts that combined the ferocity of Earth's wildlife with their advanced robotics. These cyber beasts were designed to counter the strengths of the Human-Animal Alliance. They possessed incredible strength, speed, and resilience, making them formidable adversaries. The Xenotrons planned to deploy these creatures in their next assault, aiming to crush the Resistance once and for all. General Steele called an emergency meeting. "We've dealt a significant blow to the Xenotrons, but they're not defeated yet. We have intelligence suggesting they're creating hybrid beasts. If we don't act quickly, these creatures could turn the tide against us." Captain Jim Harland, standing beside Luna the Wolf, asked, "What's our plan, General?" Steele outlined a bold strategy. The Resistance needed to strike the Xenotron laboratories where these hybrids were being created. They would have to destroy the facilities and prevent the deployment of the cyber beasts. The mission would be dangerous, but it was crucial to their survival. The laboratories were located in remote, heavily fortified areas, including an island base in the Pacific Ocean and a hidden facility in the depths of the Siberian wilderness. The Resistance forces were divided into two teams, each tasked with a specific target. The Pacific Assault Jim Harland led the team assigned to the Pacific Island base. Alongside him were elite soldiers and a group of marine animals, including dolphins and a pod of orcas. The island was surrounded by treacherous waters and defended by advanced alien weaponry. As they approached the island under the cover of darkness, the dolphins and orcas created diversions, drawing the attention of the alien sentinels. Jim and his team used this distraction to infiltrate the island's defenses. They moved swiftly through the jungle, their footsteps silent on the soft earth. Reaching the laboratory, they encountered fierce resistance. The aliens had deployed their cyber beasts, and the battle was brutal. The hybrid creatures, with their metallic limbs and enhanced senses, fought with terrifying efficiency. But the Resistance fighters and their animal allies were determined. Orcas breached the laboratory walls, using their immense strength to create openings for the soldiers. Inside, Jim and his team planted explosives around the main reactor. As the timer counted down, they fought their way out, facing wave after wave of alien defenders. The laboratory erupted in a massive explosion, sending a plume of smoke and debris into the sky. The Pacific base was destroyed, and the threat of the cyber beasts was significantly reduced. The Siberian offensive. Emily and Dr. Martinez led the second team to the Siberian facility. The harsh, icy terrain was a stark contrast to the lush Amazon rainforest. Accompanying them were Siberian tigers, snow leopards, and a group of wolves accustomed to the cold. The journey was arduous, but the animals' resilience inspired the human fighters. The Siberian facility was hidden deep within a network of caves, making it difficult to access. Using their knowledge of the terrain, the animals guided the team through treacherous paths, avoiding alien patrols. As they neared the entrance, they were met with a fierce blizzard, adding to the challenge. Inside the facility, the conditions were no less harsh. The temperature was kept deliberately low to stabilize the genetic modifications. The cyber beasts here were adapted to the cold, making them even more dangerous. Emily, using the communicator, coordinated attacks with the tigers and snow leopards, whose agility and strength were crucial in the confined spaces. Dr. Martinez focused on disabling the laboratory's systems. He hacked into the mainframe, causing the facility's power grid to overload. The sudden power surge created chaos, and the resistance fighters took advantage of the confusion to plant their explosives. As they retreated through the caves, the facility collapsed behind them, buried under tons of rock and ice. Aftermath and revelation: the destruction of the two laboratories was a major victory. It prevented the deployment of the cyber beasts and dealt a severe blow to the Xenotron's plans. The Resistance celebrated their success, but the war was far from over. During the mission, Emily had recovered critical data from the Siberian facility. Among the files were plans for a massive final assault on Earth's major cities, aimed at decimating human resistance and securing alien domination. The Xenotrons were planning to use a new weapon, an energy cannon capable of devastating entire regions. General Steele, reviewing the data, felt a mix of pride and concern. They had won significant battles, but the greatest challenge lay ahead. The final showdown would be unlike anything they had faced before. The Alliance had to prepare for the ultimate battle, one that would determine the fate of Earth. Preparing for the final battle, the Resistance forces began to mobilize, drawing on every resource and ally they could muster. Humans and animals trained intensively, honing their skills and preparing for the climactic confrontation. Engineers and scientists, including Dr. Martinez, worked around the clock to develop countermeasures against the Xenotron's new weapon. General Steele addressed the global resistance network. "We've come a long way, but the fight isn't over. The Xenotrons are preparing their final assault, and we must be ready. We stand together, humans and animals, united by our common cause. We will defend our home, and we will prevail." As the Alliance braced for the final battle, they drew strength from their unity and shared purpose.